Hey guys, Chris here. Have you ever wondered why GP Outdoors always starts his video with his cup of coffee as he's walking out of his house and not while he's sitting on his tractor? That's because he probably figured out a long time ago that if you do, you end up wearing your coffee. Way to start the second video, Chris. I'm a new tractor owner and I'm learning as I go, and hopefully I can share a few things that I've learned with you guys. Today, I'm going to add two accessories that I got at the Kubota dealer that will hopefully make things a little easier, a little more pleasant, and in the big picture, they're pretty damn cheap as far as Kubota parts go. The first thing I'm going to do is to address the ROPS. Many of you probably already know that if you have the ROPS set up, it will rattle. There's play in the hinge. And so it can, make a kind of annoying noise, but also if you have lights on your ROPS and you're driving along and you're hitting bumps, there's not a lot of play, but it's enough that your lights bounce up and down the further out they go, and it's pretty annoying. The second thing I'm going to do is make a change to my 3-point hitch. When I bought this tractor and was asked if I wanted rear hydraulic remotes, I thought, no, that's not something that I would ever need or want, and it wasn't really in my budget at the time. But in hindsight, having used the tractor a little, particularly with the box blade, which weighs about 500 pounds, sometimes it would be nice to make quick changes without having to use sheer brute strength. So I'm not getting rear hydraulics today, but I do have a stopgap that will hopefully make things a little bit easier. So if that sounds like you're interested in that, stick around and we'll see what happens. Okay guys, I've had to switch cameras because being the consummate YouTube professional that I am, I let the batteries die on my camera. So now let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an addition up here on the ROPS. I'm going to have two of these, but the dealership only had one. So we're going to try out the one and see how it works. Basically, it's just a screw with a knob. Let's raise the ROPS. Put that in there. So I don't know if you can hear. Let's see what happens if we tighten this down. Tighten, 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 tighten. Look at that. No movement at all. Okay guys, this is the second part of my little project today. I'm sure you know that if you had rear hydraulics, you could put a top and tilt on here, so this would become a hydraulic cylinder and this would become a hydraulic cylinder, which would enable you to adjust the tilt back and forth and the angle of the blade. I don't have that. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be replacing this with this. This is Kubota part number, I'm old, 6C222-97821. And the part name is B30 Lift Rod Right. Now, it was quite a challenge to try to figure this thing out on the Kubota website. I got a little help from my salesman. But this is what I'm going to replace that side link with. So as you see, it's got a ratcheting attachment on there, so you're not, trying to do it by hand. So there's not a lot of instructions, zero exactly, that come with this thing. I tell you what I'm going to do though is I've pulled the two ends here and I've pulled them out about as far as they're going to go, and I'm going to take the old lube shuttle and I'm going to fill that cylinder up with some grease and then thread these things back in before we install them. Okay, before I switch this part out, I am going to do a little experiment. I have the box blade lifted up so there's tension on this side link. And I'm just going to see how hard it is to adjust it when it's under load. Now, I know that's not really how you do it. You take the weight off of it, but I just want to see what it looks like before and what it looks like after. So you can see the box blade is now up off the ground. And here is the side link. And all right, I am unable to move it at all. So that's before. Okay guys, I'm sure if I was going to do this the right way, I would take the 3-point off or at least drop the box blade, but you know what? We're just going to give it a shot. There we go. Let's see here. Right there. About that. About that. And then.
Here we observe the novice YouTuber. Notice how, after carefully placing the camera to capture just the perfect shot, he then deftly places his head between the subject and the camera, ensuring that all you see is the back of his head. Scientists are unsure whether this is a defense mechanism or perhaps a mating ritual.
I got a pin. Now you're probably telling me, Chris, you're supposed to use a new cotter pin, and I know that, but I don't have one here. But I will fix that, just not today. All right. Let's raise this thing off the ground and see what a difference it makes. Look at that. Flip that switch down the other way. Snap that in there. Yes, sir. I like that. I thought you guys might like to meet my partner, Jet. You good boy? Say hello. Don't have much to say. I'm sure you'll see him again. Let's take this thing outside and see what it looks like. Go into my gargantuan sized toolbox. Comes with this tractor. Got my little level here, and let's just see what we have. So let's just set that on there. That's the level on the box blade. Let's see what happens. Oh, I went a little too far. All right, I like that. Hey guys, just for reference, I'll point down here. You can see that the box blade is up off the ground, and I couldn't move it before at all when I had it under load like that, and I could do this really easily. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to call this a win. That part is not very expensive. I think the retail price on it is somewhere around 120 bucks. I think I paid a little less than that with my dealer. So I think that's a bargain. I'll leave the part numbers for all these things in the description below, and hope you found this helpful. Hey guys, thanks for hanging in through the end of video number 2. Wasn't quite as weird and awkward as the first one, but still pretty weird. Anyway, I hope you found this information helpful or entertainingly bad. Either way, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Apparently there's some bell too to figure that out. Anyhow, I appreciate you being here, and maybe we'll see you next time.